Okay, so let's talk about the fact that this is two beds, not one bed. So sitting in the middle of two beds is not a great idea.
Paparazzi.
Yep. Sort of.
I made it, sort of, through TSA. Now we're going to the gate. Hopefully I make it. I think I got enough time, but I'm cutting it close.
This is much worse than the Lufthansa. These chairs are smaller. I guess they're bigger than regular Delta, but they're not big. The Lufthansa was much nicer. It's a bummer. It's a little cramped.
What I said before is still true. It's still tiny, but also this is an empty seat next to me, so that's awesome.
We're about to take off from Air Baltic, and somehow, yet again, no seatmate.
That's 3 in a row. So my last flight from Amsterdam to Riga was interesting because it's the first time I've ever been on a flight where they don't offer anything for free. You have to pay for every item, whether it's coffee or water or whatever. You have to pay for it. It is what it is. I actually couldn't order anything because I had to work on my talk. And what better time than stuck in a giant tube in the air to work on it? We're at the Ubuntu Summit 2023, and here are my plans to do at this summit. So I'm not just going to be here attending. Now, attending is pretty cool still, and I'm very excited about that, but I want to do a little bit more. Last year, I did a little bit. I mostly attended, but last year I attended and I gave a talk, and that's about it. I did a little bit of interviewing and stuff like that, but B-roll stuff, but mostly it was just that. So it was attending with a little bit extra. This year, I'm going to do attending with a bit extra. A Latvia. We're going to do it a Latvia. I apologize to everyone who does not like dad jokes. Only a little. And I'm also proud of it. Take that as you will. But what I'm going to do is the talk. So first of all, that's marketing in open source. So the goal is to help open source projects and open source developers to be able to improve their reach in the market of software or whatever service they do and that sort of thing. Because marketing is a very important thing and it doesn't get a lot of attention. And hopefully this talk will help projects get more acquainted and situated with doing marketing. And also, it's going to be fun because I'm going to tell some stories about my experience in marketing and all sorts of stuff. So I think it'll be good. And that is going to be happening on Saturday. I'm going to be doing interviews and stuff with various people from various different projects and stuff here. I'm also going to hopefully get a follow-up interview with Mark Shuttleworth. We interviewed him on Destination Linux, and I think it'd be really cool if I could get a follow-up while I'm here in person. That'd be awesome. So we'll see. The other thing that I'm going to be doing, emceeing/moderating/hosting a panel for the Community Council AMA. So that's going to be fun. I have no idea how that's going to go because I've actually not done a moderating of a panel like that before. I hope it's going to be great. I am confident it's going to be great, actually. Strike the first one. Confident. This is going to be a really fun trip because in addition to all of this stuff, which there's a lot already, I know, I'm also going to be doing daily vlogs from the conference. You might be thinking, Michael, you're a crazy person for doing that. Yes, I am. You're correct. However, it's even more crazy because due to the time zone difference of where I am right now and where my editor is, which is Wendy from Linux Out Loud, we are very significantly time zone different to the point where it's possible that I could finish the recording of the day and then send all the files to her to edit, and it would be afternoon for her, like just mid-afternoon. So in theory, it might be possible to technically time travel with these videos by finishing at 9 p.m., 10 p.m., or whatever it is, and then still releasing the video on the same day US time. I've never done this before. It could be great. It could be a disaster. I'm confident that it will be great. That's it for the plans. The next thing I want to talk about is some tips for travel. So I like to do carry-on because checking a bag is fine, but there's also the worry about checking it between multiple connections across the world. It seems a bit much for me. So I just prefer to do carry-on. But there's a rule about carry-on. You have to have one carry-on suitcase and one personal item for carry-on. Now you don't have to, you could just, you know what I'm saying. The carry-on is like guaranteed, you have to have that, but you can also get a personal item. And every time they say this in the announcements at the airport, they always say you can have the size of like a purse or a laptop bag or a briefcase or something like that. And every time they say that, I'm thinking, you could also get something bigger, right? Well, I looked it up, and most of the time, the personal item can be the exact same size as the luggage that you get. Now, you shouldn't have two of the same luggage because they treat those differently. But if you have a bag that is the same size, but is a different kind of bag, then you can get away with it. So my first travel pro tip, or life hack, travel hack, air hack, I don't know what you want to call that, is to get a duffel bag that is roughly the size of the carry-on limit. And here's what that would look like. So here is the duffel bag that I got. It's pretty big. I'll leave a link in the description for the Amazon that I got it from, because I did get it on Amazon. And it's actually pretty nice. I mean, it's nice. I mean, it has other colors if you want like an all black or black and gray and that sort of thing. But I like this one. So this one has like these two pouches on the side, which is cool. It also has the main pouch, of course. And it has two front zippers. This one is actually this bag inside here. But what's cool about this bag in here on this zipper is that it is a wet dry compartment. You know, you can put like wet shorts if you go swimming or something in there. And it isolates it from the rest of the bag. So it's pretty cool. And there's also another thing. Maybe I'll do a review on this bag. Who knows? But the idea is that get a duffel bag and just stuff that bag with things, and you can have basically two carry-ons. The next life hack or travel hack or whatever is a fanny pack. That's right. Or actually, I heard it in England, it's referred to as a bum bag, which I kind of like more because fanny pack is kind of weird, but bum bag is shorter and it's kind of funny. Anyway, so these are very useful and ridiculous. You will not see footage of me wearing that. That's not, I wore it because of the fact that it is a travel hack, but there's no footage and there's not going to be footage of this. It gives you an extra bag that doesn't count as a personal item. That's why it's a travel hack, because you just strap it around you and it acts like a accessory. And especially if you're wearing a coat and they don't even see it, they're not even going to look for it, and that's the case. But most of the time, even if you show them, they will not care. So there were 3 times I got on a plane in this particular process to get here. And one time they asked me to take it out and put it in another bag, which is fine because it's pretty small and I can do that. But the other 2 times they didn't care at all. It's good to store stuff that you need really quick access to, like your passport or the eye masks or anything, like, you know, hand sanitizer, whatever. Just having this easily accessible to you at all times is super nice. And the fact that it doesn't count as a personal item, so you can have this big duffel bag, your suitcase, and this, I think that's a pretty good tip. My next travel tip, I'm just kidding, I don't have any more. I'm going to be going to get some dinner / lunch / I don't know what time it is, and maybe meet up with some people. In fact, Cubicle Nate from Linux Out Loud, is here at the summit. So this is going to be really fun because I know Nate and I've known him for years, but I've never actually met him. I'm going to go see Nate and maybe get some dinner and also work on the talk that I have to write. I do have most of it written, but not all of it, so I need to finish that And I'm going to finish that early, not last minute, like the last time I gave a talk. Or every time I've given a talk, actually. Yeah, we're going to change that pattern today. We're going to take the treacherous walk from my hotel room to the elevator. Okay, we're here. Hello. Janelle! Michael! We got Nate, Noah, Simon.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? Left hand.
Okay.
That's all I got. That's all I got. Sorry. All right. So we are going to get some dinner.
Yes.
All right.
So I
Cool.
was saying, I was actually so nervous seeing you for the first time. It was like a first date.
That's not weird.
Is this the first time you guys have met?
Yes, it is.
What?
Yeah. We live a drive away that's 10 hours, so we flew 20 hours to meet.
Yeah.
So, I think that makes sense. Yeah. All right. So let's get going. I'm not sure if you can tell by my very sleepy eyes, but this is the end of the day now. I am going to sleep now, and I just wanted to end this day off with some footage because my last vlog, I forgot to do that a couple times. So this time, try to fix that. And yeah, that's it. So I am very excited about tomorrow because the conference officially starts. My talk is 10 a.m. on Saturday, which will be very early for anyone in the US. However, also I'm doing that AMA, the moderation of that AMA panel, and that's going to be on 5 p.m. here, which is reasonable. I think maybe 10 or 11 a.m., something like that. It'll be watchable is the point. So if you are able to watch it and you're in the US, you can do that. Otherwise, if you are in the EU, then, you know, I'll see you on the talks and everything on the live stream. So we'll see you tomorrow. And yeah, I don't know how to end vlogs. I guess I'll just